Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2, where I think today I'm going to start the Arrival DLC. I don't remember how long it is or how involved it is. So it might take either this whole episode or two, but let's talk to Tali, see what's
Shepard,
going on with
I've got a
her.
problem and I may need your help. But I need to ask you something first. I need to know if I can trust you. Some of this might involve fleet security. Cerberus cannot be involved.
You have my
Okay.
word. If necessary, I'll contact the elusive man to make sure he stays out.
Don't bother. He just lied to you. Hearing
This is
from you
true.
enough. I just
He has
received
lied
a
before.
message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
Or maybe your actions have become so terrible
What happens when a quarry
that you don't even recognize treasonous activities from
There's a
regular
hearing
activities.
with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges.
Okay, so this is the part where you go back to the
He'll
flotilla.
have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small
Okay, so it's various forms of exile.
Matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
You know, exile doesn't seem like an odd choice, because if the Quarians depend on each other, any treasonous activity would essentially act as a fault in the ship.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
Huh, alright. How common is this?
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Honora Vanya Vassilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No, she made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
Let us all hope we never have to be successful. Is that posthumously? I thought it was always posthumously. It could be that I just got the pronunciation wrong, and I've never heard it pronounced as a word. Trial
How
procedure.
does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard.
If I remember correctly, there's
Flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
If I remember correctly, there's somebody working against... There's somebody else who's treasonous. And they're pinning the blame on... Tali. And there's something else going on. It has been a long time, so I don't exactly... So that's the best I got. But for now, let us, instead of going to this loyalty mission, we've got 2 loyalty missions to do. We've got a loyalty mission for Samara, for Tali, And I think that's it. Oh no, we also have to get Legion, which is when we're going to get the IFF code, and then we'll have one loyalty mission for him, and then we could finish the fight. But for now, let us head off to the DLC, the last of the DLC.
I can't believe these humans. No fly lists? What did they turn this place into?
Why, hello, Kalara Tomi. So I lied. I'm gonna talk to Kalara Tomi.
Having a problem?
It's a private matter.
Let me help.
Chance I might be able to help.
I don't see why you would. Since your kind gained a seat on the council, they've taken over CSEC customs. There are hundreds of new security checks and travel restrictions. We've been flagged as a potential risk for Geth infiltration. They won't let us board a ship back to Asari space.
Who won't let you board a ship?
I don't know who made the decision. Some pencil pusher at the shuttle port told us.
Do they
The one
still
outside
push
the CSEC
pencils?
station?
I'll see if I can get it sorted out.
I'd like to see it accomplished without the forged IDs. Because that way it's all legal. It's still in the books. Like, I don't really suggest them trying to sneak it by. Let's see if Bailey is the pencil pusher they're talking about. Using suspects, no.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
And also there's the risk that somebody might
I'm sorry, but I can't let you board the shuttle with that.
might catch them with the forged ID, and that causes other problems.
Sir, can I help you, ma'am?
Why can't the Asari
I
leave?
talked to a couple of Asari. They say customs won't let them leave the station, but they weren't told why. Can you help me out?
I'm sorry, sir, but all matters related to station security are classified. We can't risk Geth infiltration. Revealing why someone is on a watch list might compromise the safety of CSEC's undercover agents.
Did you talk with them? Did they seem like Geth agents to you?
Well, no, but you can never be sure.
They're out there everywhere, agents of the
I
Geth.
assure you that those two aren't Geth infiltrators. The lack of flashlight heads was kind of a giveaway.
I'm not saying it makes any sense. Those are the rules I have to enforce. I can't get them cleared, but I can flag the case file for review. That will allow them to travel in the meantime. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm fine. Thanks for your help.
Next.
Is that what would be considered lawful evil? Where you're still following the
Sorry for
rules?
the inconvenience, ma'am.
Oh, you son of a inconvenience, my. So that's when you're following the rules, but at the detriment of society. Kalara Tomi.
So?
Good news. I convinced them to let you go.
You what? How did you do that?
I have my ways.
I explained how their methods are flawed. I've fought a lot of Geth in my time.
You have. How unexpected. We should get ready to leave. There should be another ship heading to Thessia tomorrow.
Excellent. I feel that this is the better approach than just handing over forged IDs.
Excuse me, my sources indicate you were in a warehouse recently. Did you by any chance forward a questionable shipping note to a Mr. Thax?
I, in fact, forwarded a questionable shipping note to Mr. Thax.
It looked suspicious, so I passed it on.
I'm a representative for Mr. Thax. He's very grateful to you. Please accept this as a gift for bringing the shipping irregularities to his attention.
I'm happy to help.
Pleasure.
Have a pleasant day.
That has got to be the most diplomatic Krogan of all time. And now arriving at Aerotot, where Dr. Kenson is paging for rescue. Like Mount Everest inside an oven, was how John Grissom described Arotot on a fact-finding mission. Did he find any facts, or did he find analogies? What if all fact-related encyclopedias, notes, were presented entirely in analogies? Everything was in reference to everything else. Also, I just realized I don't get to pick a squad. It is just I. Which I suppose makes sense because Shepard is the only one who is on trial at the beginning of Mass Effect 3. Infiltrate the Batarian outposts. Let's turn on some special abilities. Cut power? Oh, I thought I was hitting the cut power button, but I was in fact hitting the door. Also, is it just me, or did they essentially build the environment out of the environment in Tachanka? This place seems to be falling apart a little bit.
We've been spotted.
Oh no.
Baron. The Batarians must send their prisoners down here to die. I have to find Dr. Kenson now.
Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die. Also, apparently they send their Varen to die, too, because they don't bother feeding them. That actually would be an interesting twist in a story, where, like, the hero gets caught by, the villains, and the villains are all like, we will send you to the pits, where you will be eaten by feral ghouls that live out their days beneath the surface of this city. And then they, like, kick the hero down and...
Get your hands off me!
And then they bring the hero into, like, the pits of that city in order to toss them to the ghouls. And the hero's just walking around the pits, and the hero's like, all the ghouls are dead. Like, did nobody bother feeding anybody anything? Like all these monsters, they hold on. What am I? I'm targeting something somewhere with someone. Oh. Okay. A little bit of a puzzle-based area. But I think that would be an interesting plot point, where it's like, it appears that the hero's in danger, and then it's like they're actually in absolutely no danger at all. Because of the stupidity of the villains themselves. Also,
They wanted to slap an acid point into the mass relay. They may even do that, but what the difference does it make? We all...
you know, I was expecting this path to actually just be a dead end. So I'm going to back up a little bit. Turn that on. Don't burn. Because that should... Oh, I guess it doesn't. Huh. Or did I actually turn that on? Okay. So that'll free up that area. And I guess maybe this is the dead end.
This looks interesting.
Yes, I found some technology sitting on the table and I scanned it. And I'm like, wow.
Your humans are scurrying like vermin out in the asteroid. flush them all out.
Dun dun dun. It's these darn humans. They're just up to no good. Just multiplying everywhere. So basically, according to the Batarians, does that mean that they consider that humans are almost equivalent to the Krogan, or like the replacement Krogan, in regards to their species multiplication? Ooh, they got some amazing books that they keep in really clean stacks, despite no bookends. That's the future.
They've still got her down in the prison, and I'd just kill her. Interrogating a human's a waste of time.
You're right. Might as well not waste your time. Anything over here? Still interesting that the idea that they would kind of create this expansion area that in a game that's been built largely for squad-based combat, and remove the squad. But like I said, it's it builds into that that story, that DLC that leads to Mass Effect 3, which is something I'm not a big fan of. Like I know I've said this before in regards to how BioWare used the DLC to introduce the villain of Dragon Age Inquisition. So by the time I actually met the villain in Dragon Age Inquisition, the introduction was kind of meaningless because I hadn't played any of the DLC.
47 days straight without time off, and now there's humans in the prison below. I can't get a break. There's 300,000 people in this colony. You'd think someone could cover for me one night.
I can't even get a night off to stream video games. Oh. That is cool. You know, there aren't really that many levels that have that kind of active involvement of vehicles in this game, now that I think about it. What am I doing with this crane? Activate? Vehicle? Am I putting it on the vehicle for reasons? Don't know. Or do I just raise that box? Oh, okay, I just raised that box, because now this lets me examine this PDA. Ooh, metagel capacity. And that conveniently is just below the fall damage. But not having the squad with you, though, does allow for narrower hallways. not having to worry about where 3 other people are standing.
Our comm buoy intercepts paid off. We picked up a message to the Alliance coming from somewhere in the asteroid belt. We listened to this feed until we discovered an operation run by a human named Kenson, smuggling engine parts and guidance systems into the system from Omega. We intercepted Kenson's vessel and took her and her people into custody. Interrogation has produced nothing but frenzied rambling so far.
Sounds like your interrogation doesn't seem to work so well.
This one's apparently the mastermind. If she doesn't...
Haha.
The humans still won't tell us where their base is. No way we'll find it even if we have to scan every asteroid out there. I wonder if those humans actually found something. Our torture is too great if it gets that information out of them. I'll ask you again. Where is your base?
You're wasting time. The Reapers are coming.
The Reapers are coming here. To this relay.
Every moment you keep
And that's why she wants to destroy the mass relay with the asteroid.
this system.
do what you want to me, Batarian. Torturing me won't save him.
No, but it will amuse me.
Do whatever you want. Play solitaire. Stream video games online through Twitch. I don't care what you do. Like why would you suggest the torturing? Just start offering other secondary activities for the torturer to do, and maybe they'll be like, you know, I'm gonna try those other things.
Who are you? What are you doing? Dr. Kenson? I'm Commander Shepard. I'm here to get you out.
Commander Shepard? I'd heard you were alive. Hackett must have received my message.
We're not safe here. Can you walk?
I'm fine. Just give me a moment.
We have to go. Now.
We don't have a
Find the
moment.
console, I can hack security. Make us an escape path.
Then we'll find one. Go!
Ready.
Was that necessary? There we go. Ah, yep, this is probably the escape path because it was locked when I...
There should be a security console here somewhere.
There should be, but is there? The answer is yes.
Open fire! Taking cover!
Oh my. Maybe I should take cover. I should take cover before I die. There we go. Stand up, sir. Thank you. Like I said, it's not this submachine gun isn't oh no. Nope, oh. Isn't quite as accurate as the previous one. As the Locust. But I think I like it more.
Enemy down.
Take that. Alright. Let us sneak our way around. Pick up some ammo. He got double teamed with his final moments of life. Alright, let's take a look at the security console.
Stay with me. Keep them off me while I hack us a way out.
Okay.
Teams to cell block.
Do I need to protect her from this angle, or can I just... Oh my. I don't think I picked the right spot to stand. Yep, I did not pick the right spot to stand. I was not expecting everybody to just try to run right by me. Which, which did not work out so well. So let's try that again. This time just stay back. Be patient, that sort of thing. Okay, I wasn't also sure that this glass was a destroyable object. So that's another reason why I didn't really want to just hang back, because I figured that they would just destroy that glass. There we go. A little bit excessive, but it got the job done. Aha!
We need to close the door we came in through. Keep them out.
Okay.
They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down.
Do I have to go all the way back to that door? What did I just say about not moving forward?
Lost shield.
I need cover.
I'm sorry, but that is not cover. That does not qualify as cover. But you can try again. Excellent.
They're coming up from below.
Where is this?
Other side, go.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, where is this below part you're referring to? There we go. That goes another one.
Unlocking all doors to the hangar. Still need more time.
Aw, son of a... I always hate when that happens, because it's like, sure you got the guy, but at what a cost. That's so great of a cost. And at least, although at least when you're traveling by yourself, it makes sense why you can't pick yourself back up. Whereas opposed to, like, if you're traveling with a group, it's like, why aren't your party members able to apply metagel?
Keep them off me while I hack the way out.
Am I back at the beginning? I am. Alright. Now that I know I have to close this door... Is this good enough? Yes, it is.
We need to close the door we came in through. Keep them out. They're coming up from below. They're coming through that door. Other side, go.
Heading over. And let's incinerate him. Whoops. Sorry, sir.
All doors to the hangar. Still need more time.
Excellent. Alright, now I can... You know, I was expecting symmetry.
Bringing down their orbital tracking network.
But there was, in
Watch
fact,
the other side.
no symmetry.
More enemies on the elevators.
Where are these elevators? Which side is the other side? So, like, there's one of my favorite parts of Max Payne 2. Has Max Payne inside an apartment building. He knows that there are members of...
There's an elevator that leads up to the hangar. I'll bring
What
you
was
down.
the secret society in Max Payne 2, in the Max Payne series called? But there were members of that secret society inside that apartment building. And Mona Sachs was in the building, and Mona Sachs was on the radio looking at the security camera footage.
Shields have failed.
And as you're walking around, she would notify you about enemy positions. But I was amazed by like how detailed her positioning statements were. Like, she would specifically say,
That did it. Let's move.
like, if down the hallway on the left there was one guy, she would specifically say, there's one guy down the hallway on the left.
Oh, one last thing. The hangar doors are hard locked. We'll have to get those open the old-fashioned way.
Leave that to me.
I can grease those wheels. I especially found it interesting against another game that came out at that time, at about the same time, and that was Soldier of Fortune 2. And there is a mission where, once again, you're on the radio with somebody. And that person is informing you of enemy positions. But that person is being incredibly... What did I get caught on? Incredibly vague in their descriptions. They would basically say things like, there are bad guys in front of you. And it's like, okay, that's great. I'm in a first-person shooter. Of course there are bad guys in front of me. And similar, like, to this case, it's like, the guys are coming up from the elevator, and I'm like, I don't know where the elevators are. It's almost close to some of the radio descriptions in the multiplayer maps of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, that just came out. Where it's like, enemies spotted at the destroyed building, and you're like, okay, all these buildings are kind of destroyed. Can you be slightly more specific? And I think with Call of Duty, you eventually start to realize which buildings are being referred to at what times. But that first time, you're like, okay, what are you actually talking about? It's not exactly that specific. And I'm still impressed with Max Payne that like the story and the gameplay were so intertwined. There we go. Have we escaped? Can we board this shuttle? Also, that's convenient that the shuttle showed up just so we could escape. Because it doesn't actually show who arrived in the shuttle or if that shuttle was of any importance. It's just... It's just there.
Engaging autopilot. We should be well out of range before they get their security measures unscrambled.
Do you think they'll come after you?
I'm not taking any chances. Batarians don't take kindly to humans who plan to destroy their mass relays.
So the charges against you are true.
Well, to be fair, that's about half the story. My people and I were here investigating rumors of Reaper technology out in the fringes of this system.
I guess you found something.
We found proof that the Reapers will be arriving in this system. When they get here, they'll use its mass relay to travel throughout the galaxy. We call it the Alpha Relay. From here, the Reapers can invade anywhere in the galaxy.
So you decided to destroy it.
Exactly. Doing that would stop the Reapers' invasion. Even at FTL speeds, it'd be months or years before they got to the next relay. We came up with what we just called the Project. A plan to launch a nearby asteroid into the relay and destroy it before the Reapers could arrive. Of course, the resulting explosion would probably wipe out the system.
Also, though, it doesn't actually stop the Reapers from arriving, though.
Why do you think destroying the mass relay would destroy the entire system?
Mass relays are the most powerful Mass Effect engines in the known galaxy.
I'm guessing nobody has tried blowing up a mass relay.
Would probably resemble a supernova. This is a remote system, but just over 300,000 Batarians live on the colony where they held us. The explosion would undoubtedly kill them all.
How did you plan to launch an asteroid into a mass relay?
Moving an asteroid just requires thrust and guidance, which are readily available in Omega's salvage yards. Get the right amount of
Well,
power,
luckily
the
for
yards
you,
drive it, and you can
Shepard
pretty much
is an
just point
expert
and
on
shoot.
thrust and guidance.
I've always heard that mass relays are indestructible.
I've heard that too, but I think it's more that nobody's willing to find out what happens when one is destroyed.
I would imagine so.
Well, we plan to slam a small planet into the thing at very high speed. By our calculations, that's more than enough.
And this also kind of leads to, my own separate theory in regards to the impossibility of, or should I say, the big problem with the Reaper's plan is, the Reapers maintain their harvest. They maintain their cycle as long as every new species doesn't destroy itself.
Is the project still operational?
I imagine it is. We were one button press away from launch when the Batarians arrested me.
How were you caught?
We've been smuggling Starship parts from Omega. Thrusters, guidance, and aftermarket Ezo core. The Batarians thought that looked suspicious. A few days ago, I took a few of the men on a scouting trip, and the Batarians pounced on us. They never found our actual base.
I still don't see how you learned about this supposed invasion.
The evidence came from what we call Object Rho, a Reaper artifact we discovered among the asteroids near the relay itself.
Also, here's the question.
When we get back to Arcturus
Is it
Station,
worth
I'll explain
killing
everything.
300,000
I'll have
people
notes on the artifact.
just to delay the inevitable?
What's a Reaper artifact doing in an asteroid?
We don't know.
I mean, I suppose that if you spare the Batarian colony, they'll just be destroyed by the Reapers anyway.
Even a Reaper thousands of years dead contains power. Their artifacts are worthy of study, regardless of their purpose.
How exactly does a Reaper artifact give you proof of an impending invasion?
It showed me visions of the Reaper's arrival. Much like your Prothean beacon, I imagine. The Reapers are coming, Commander. That much I know for certain.
If you're working near a Reaper artifact, how have you avoided indoctrination?
We've been very careful. We know what we're dealing with. You're not speaking to a child, Shepard. I saw what Sovereign did at the Citadel.
Okay, but what are you doing to be careful?
The stakes are too high. If you were willing to destroy a whole system over this, I want to see your proof.
I guess I can't argue with that. Give me a moment. Kenson to Project Base.
Good to hear your voice, Doctor. You coming home?
Affirmative. And I've got Commander Shepard with me.
Shepard? Really?
Tidy up the lab. The Commander needs to confirm the artifact.
Right. I'll get everything set up for your arrival. Project Base out.
Little do you know, the lab around the Reaper artifact is extremely dirty.
No time.
Extremely messy. They've got like used cartons of Chinese food just sitting, discarded all around this priceless Reaper artifact. Loose Nintendo cartridges. No labels at all. It's just chaos. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, Recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.